Hi guys, Debbie here. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today's video I'm super excited for. It's a palette bingo. We have not done one of those on this channel for a long time. We've done the face-off challenges but not so much a traditional palette bingo. So I really wanted to do that today, and it's a collab with Angie from 4F Beauty, and it was her idea to do it because we've both got a palette in common, and it's the Enchanted from Revolution. So if you want to see me pull 5 shades and create a look with them, palette bingo style, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, as I say, we're going to be using this palette, which I've used before, done a first impression, so I will link that down in the description for you or up in the cards so that you can see kind of my first impressions of the shades. But these are the shades inside. So it's a really grungy, dark Halloween story. So we're going to get a deep, dark look out of this, I think, whatever happens. So I played with these kind of shades before. I'm hoping we get some of the greens, something a bit different. Let's hope we don't get the same as I did before. But as I say, there's 18 shades, so there's a high chance we should get something we've not played with before. We're going to be pulling 5 shades from the palette, and we'll have 5 different shades from one another, so it's not like a face-off where we already know what shades and we're doing the same shades at the same time. Our looks will be completely different. So I'm just going to pull the shades and then I'll start the eye look, and then I'll just tell you a little bit about my collaborator. Okay, so we're just using random.org, and I'm going to generate 5 shades. I'm going to do it 3 and then 2 because I always forget the numbers in between, which is why I don't do palette bingos very often. So we've got number 2, number 3, and number 16. So we have got Creeper, we've got Hazel, and number 16 we have Charm. Oh, I'm quite excited already because we're in the grungy sort of green and browns. I think this could be interesting. We haven't got any of these purples that I kind of didn't want to get for this one. Next up we've got number 6 and number 7. So number 6 is Grim over here and number 7 is Storm. I'm just going to swatch them all out on my hand so that you can see the colour story that I'm working with. So that's what we've got to work with, guys. So we've got kind of a satin shade and 1 shimmer and then 3 mattes. I'm pretty happy with that and quite inspired by that colour story. So yeah, it should be a fun one, I think. So I'm going to go in with my Sigma eyeshadow base in Persuade, one of my favourites, as you guys might know if you've been here before. And whilst I'm priming my eyes, I'll just talk to you about Angie. So we have done collaborations before, but never just the two. In fact, I think we've only done one, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but it was a Blush Tribe one where there was lots of collaborators together. And probably, I don't know if she was in the Paulina one or not, but she was definitely in the Goodbye to Blush Tribe one that we did. Because there was multiple people in that, you know, I don't feel like we've collabed particularly together. So when she reached out to me, because I'd commented on her Instagram to say that I have this palette, she reached out saying, do you want to do a collab using the palette? I was like, yeah, I'd love to do that because it's Halloween, as you know. I'm on a Halloween trail, and the chance to have an excuse to bust out this palette again, but also to collaborate with someone else in the beauty space, always fun for me. So Angie's from the UK. Her channel is a teaching channel, so her videos are generally a lot longer. They're like 45-50 minutes for an eye look, but if you want to see everything step by step and understand the reasons why things are done, maybe you're getting into colourful makeup and you don't know all the steps, then she's an excellent one to follow. So I'll link Angie down below, and also as soon as her video goes up I'll link that for you as well, because I'm excited to see what she'll end up doing with these colours and which colours she will get. So right, let's just hop straight into my look then. Now in this palette, the colours that we've got 3 brownish tones, and they're all kind of, one's cool, one's warm, and one's kind of more of a blending shade. So that one's like a caramel blending shade, I would say. And we've got the warm one and the cool one, so I'm not quite sure which to go in with first, if I'm honest with you. I think what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to go in with the warm one first. I like to build up kind of the deepest colour. I think that one's maybe got the richest pigment in it. I like to go deepest to lightest, really. Now these aren't the most pigmented shadows in the world because they're a drugstore brand, so this might take me a bit of building up. I think I'm going to go for kind of a extended halo shape, so I'm going to extend it out using kind of my brow liners like my guide, and just really start building up that pigment in the outer corner there. Just using a Morphe brush, Morphe 433, but just wanted a kind of packing stroke blending kind of brush. So when I used this for the first time I had a pretty good time with it, but I did put down a dark base because I didn't know what colours I was going to have, because it's a palette bingo. I didn't know what colour base to lay down really, and then just decided I would lay down my favourite base. So you can get a fairly good pigment payoff with these, but you really have to build it. And guys, I've not actually decided what I'm going to do with this look yet, so it's just going to evolve as we go along. I haven't decided where all the colours are going. I'm fairly sure I'm going to put the purple on my lower lash line. So, and the obvious shade to put on the lid is Hazel because it's the only true shimmer that we have. So I'm going to use the same colours inner and outer, so I'm going to keep going with this one on the inner part as well here. I know that Angie has collaborated with a number of my friends in the beauty community. We've just never really got the chance to do it together. I think sometimes it's one of these situations where I don't reach out to many people asking to collab because I don't like rejection. I'm never sure if people will say yes. So when she reached out I was quite excited to do it. It's working okay, but we're getting a bit of a spot where we're not getting any colour, so I'm just going in with a bit smaller brush just to get into that corner. That's a bit better. But I do like this brush for being able to sort of lay down colour and blend at the same time, so I'm being reasonably messy with this at the moment. I love this palette in terms of like the colours they put together. It's a very unique colour story. I said this in my first impressions, but you generally get at this time of year lots of purples, oranges, greens, or you get the sort of black, silver, red kind of approach to a Halloween palette. But you don't tend to find these sort of grungy tones very much, so that's what attracted me to it, and the beautiful artwork on the tin, and it's one of the Forever Flawless palettes, which are some of Revolution's best, I think. Right, looking suitably crazy, and it's going to be one of these looks where I'm kind of going to go right up to my brows. Alright, I'm just going to work on just blending the edges a bit, and I think to do that I'm going to use the shade Grim. It's the lighter tone of brown that we have. I'm just going to use that just to blend around the edges. Almost want this to look like it just fades away to nothing really on these edges. I think Angie will spend an age blending and getting hers looking perfect. You guys might know if you've been here before, I'm not really a blender. I'm more about the kind of overall effect and the colour combos more than I am about making it perfect really. I do look enviously at those that can do these perfectly blended looks, but I just don't have the patience for it. I do cut out some of my blending, but actually you see probably 50% of it, so you can tell that I don't do very much at all. Actually, I think that Grim shade has helped to sort of make the edges look less harsh, for sure. Doesn't this look insane at the moment? It will come together, I hope. I want to lay down a purple base because I'm going to use that Storm colour, but I thought that it won't stick very well or won't be very pigmented, so I'm going to use this as a base. It's just my thoughts because using Revolution shadows, they do need a bit of help, and I don't want to take it in my waterline, but this is going to just be like a base for the shadow. I'm just taking that kind of underneath my lashes, as close to my lash line as I can. This is by Barry M, and it's the shade Dangerous. And now I'm going to take that Storm shade and I'm going to set that. Take it back about that shade. That seems to be picking up quite a bit of pigment on the brush. I'm just going to pack it down though on that liner. And then using a bit of Grim, the lighter brown we've got, I'm just going to blend underneath just to kind of make that a bit more seamless. So we've not used Creeper, we've not used Hazel. So obviously Hazel's going on my lids, not quite sure what to do with Creeper. I think I'm going to try and make a kind of wing liner with it. That could be fun, could be a disaster, we will see. It would have been better if the shade was black. I'm going to take that shade, follow the line where we've got that purple, bring it up as a wing. Shadow wings are so much easier than using liquid actually, I think. The brush I'm using to do this is the Wing Liner EO6, and it's one of the best wing liner brushes ever created by Sigma. By anybody, but it's by Sigma. It's got such a precise point to it and it just really does the job so well. I don't think this is going to work. We've got that shade into the look now without cheating. I didn't want to not use it properly. I didn't want to just sort of blend it into the other browns. I wanted it to be a proper part of the look, and I think we've achieved that. Right, I'm going to go with NYX Glitter Primer. That Hazel shade's going to need some help, I think, based on swatching it, but I think it's going to be pretty. I use a glitter primer with every one of my shimmers ever anyway, so I've left the entire top part shadow free pretty much, and I'm going to take that glitter primer right up there. So I'm just glitter primering in the blank part where the shadows are not. So I'm going to use a firm shader E57 from Sigma, and we're going to go in with that Hazel shade, but we're going to fade some Storm on the edges of it as well, just to bring this purple in. I'm going to start with Hazel first. I'm really packing it on the brush, try and get as much as we can of that. Oh. Actually, it's more impressive than I thought it was going to be. So I'm putting that right down the centre and all the way up my brow. We're going full on dramatic, but I am stopping kind of so that I've got a little bit of brow space there. And I might use a bit of face highlighter just to pick out my brow there. I don't think that's cheating, as long as we use all of the shades in the palette. That is a beautiful green though. I love green eyeshadow. The tones in this palette are sort of off, aren't they? They're kind of like a little bit, I'll say, dark and mysterious. Just above where that shimmer is, I'm just going to use the brush that's got the Grim shade on, which was the palest brown, just to kind of fade everything. Got no additional product on that though, it's just really to help it blend together. I don't like how grungy this is underneath the line here, so I'm going to use some powder just to clean up there. Just really using the powder as an eraser. I think that looks better. Just got a bit more of a defined line for that liner now. I'm going to go back into Storm, as I say, and just bring a little bit of Storm into the look and just blend between those shimmers and mattes there. Here's where I'm potentially cheating just a little bit. I'm going to use Laser Glazer from Kaleidos Makeup as an inner corner highlight and a brow highlight. It's a beautiful green highlight. It's discontinued now and it's so sad. This is one of my favourite products I've ever brought out. It's so good. And that's going to go in my inner corner. I'm just going to bring that down just a little bit onto my lower lash line. It's just a bit brighter than that green. I think you could have used the green shadow in the palette, but this is just a little bit more reflective, a little bit brighter for an inner corner. Also going to use this product as a brow bone highlight. Just picking out the very tippy top of my brow there. Okay guys, this is the look right now. Just going to hop off camera. I'm going to put Amplitude by Lethal Cosmetics in my waterline. Just wanted to bring some orange into this look just to liven things up a little. And I'm going to choose a lip for the look and I'll be right back with you to show you the finished result. Okay guys, here's the finished look. What do you think? I really love how this one turned out and I had a ball creating it. I like to do a little bit more editorial kind of looks if I do these collabs. It's just a chance to just have some fun with it. So, you know, taking shimmer into the crease and right up to the brow bone, why not? You know, it's all fun. It's just showing you how you can get creative with colour, and that's what I'm all about on my channel. And I think the palette gods were just incredibly kind to me today, and I got the colours that I kind of could do this kind of look with. And the only one that kind of threw me a curveball was the brown, but I think it's worked so well as a liner. I didn't think that would be pigmented enough to do that. So, as I say, I've said it before, but Revolution's tin packaging ones, the Forever Flawless palettes, are so good for the money. They're not the most pigmented shadows in the world, but you can amp them up with different techniques and really get a good look out of them, I think. So in my waterline, I've gone in with the Side Effects Gel Liner in the shade Amplitude. These are from Lethal Cosmetics, as I say. Incredible product, really long lasting, and it really changes the look just seeing that vivid kind of pigment in your waterline. These don't irritate my eyes. I've got pretty sensitive eyes and they last all day. Highly, highly recommend them. So if you've got your eye on a particular colour, guys, just pull the trigger. You will not be disappointed in these. I don't say that too often about products, but I think if you're into colourful makeup, these are a must buy. And for lips today, I've gone in with this one. I have to apologise for using this because it's no longer available. It's by Kat Von D. It was from an original Kat Von D brand. I bought it 3 years ago. It is one of my absolute favourite lipsticks. It's the shade Gothica and it's a orange base, as you can see, but it's really unique because it's got like micro glitter in it. So it's not a metallized lipstick in the true sense of the word. It's a normal cream kind of sheen lipstick but with glitter in it. It is a bit gritty, I'm not going to lie, but it's just so unique, so warm and toasty, kind of campfire vibes. Perfect for this kind of time of year. So I hope you enjoyed seeing me create it. Angie, thank you so much for reaching out to me and asking to collab and giving us a chance to use this palette again. As I say, I've really enjoyed every minute of doing it. And guys, I'll link everything you need down in my description box if you want to check out Angie's video. And if you're new to my channel from Angie's channel, then welcome. Thank you for stopping by and I hope you might consider subscribing to me. I do these kind of looks quite a lot where I'm perhaps not, well, I'm not into neutral kind of, you know, make yourself pretty kind of makeup. I'm more into like expressing yourself with makeup and just proving to the world that whether you're 20 or whether you're 70 or 80, it really doesn't matter. You can have fun and express yourself with makeup. So if you're down for that, as I say, I'd love it if you consider subscribing before you go. Other than that, guys, I hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.